plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
11.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Omaha. Go ahead. 6.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Second down, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
We're going. Let's go. Black.
Now Cousins looking deep downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On 1st down, Garoppolo throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
12. Go ahead.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Lucky 48. First.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Harris has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Let's go.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this 1st quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. On the handoff, it's Michel. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know at the beginning of the season you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
I got you.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Like 80! 180!
Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. 21.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll go on the ground. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Hey, gun. Hey, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Forced out, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Final play of the half. Cousins flushed out right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
21.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Now, how about that call? Hand it to the big guy in that situation. Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offensive coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
13. Go ahead. Hey. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they'll run it here. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Cousins. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a pitch out to Michelle. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give. This is Michelle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. On second down, Michelle. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll go down at the 28. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go with Michelle. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. He's to the 10, and all the way down to the 5. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Hurry up! Hurry up! Here we go. 180!
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
6!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The tackle made by Derek Rivers.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff looking right. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Garoppolo to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big gain there, and And that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Hurry up.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about